Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and it's that time of the month again when we check out the top apps for November 2019. This one has 3 games and 2 awesome apps, so let's take a look. Now the first application isn't new, but it's one that I've been using more and more, and it is the Funko app. Now this is for anyone that collects any sort of Funko products, and for me that's primarily Funko Pop figures. So along the bottom you've got tabs here for Home, Search, Discover and more, and then as you can see here on the home page, it's going to give you a list of all of the newest pops in date order. You can go through, click on them, see the dates of when they were released, the product type, you can add to your collection, add to wish list, plus a ton more. So again, it's really handy to see some of the newest pop figures available. Now some of them do also have the trending value in regards to how much a pop is currently at any one moment, but for some of the newer pops it doesn't have that information just yet. However, if I go into the search field here and search something like Iron Man for example, you can see here that what it's then going to do is bring up everything Funko Pop related, and then again it's going to give you all the information that you need. So if I click on this one just here for example, which is an unmasked Iron Man 3, you can see here that it gives me the trending value of over £400, and then again you can add it to your collection, wish list, or if you've got some spare change you can also buy it. You've then got the Discover tab, which gives you all the information in regards to some upcoming Funkos, exclusives, and again it just gives you everything Funko related. You've then got your collection page, and this is where you can actually store and monitor your Funko Pop collection. So as you can see here, I've got all of my list of my Funkos down the bottom just here. You can see that I've got around 30 and around £475 in value, with my most expensive one being this Iron Man with Gauntlet for around £74. And then lastly you've got the wishlist tab, which is very self-explanatory, so anytime that you find a Funko Pop figure that you want, you can then add it to your wishlist. Now this is also going to give you a total value as well, and that can go up pretty quickly, but again, once you can find one in stock, you can purchase it directly from within the application. You can also scan a barcode as well if you have existing pops to add them to your collection, or just in general if you want to find out the value, so again it's really awesome to see and really easy to use. Next up then we have Peak, which is basically brain games and training. It basically allows you to train your brain daily, so you've got some exclusive games and things that you need to do that actually helps you along the way in regards to getting maybe a better memory, learning things quicker, or just getting better at things like spelling and maths. Some of them only last for about 5 to 10 minutes, so you can do as many as you need to within a day, and you've got around 45 brain games to play, so you've got plenty of variety here to choose from. Some of them may be a little bit easier than others, but some are definitely challenging, but getting that higher score, beating some of your friends, and just in general the social aspect makes it a really awesome application to try. If you've ever tried anything like brain training on the Nintendo DS for example, you know exactly what you're going to be getting yourself into. However, this one is tailored definitely more towards adults, so again if you are younger then it may not be for you, but overall if you're looking for something to help improve your brain and memory, this may be a really great option. Next up then we have Penguin Isle, and this is one that I have been playing a ton. Now don't get me wrong, it's a pretty standard affair in regards to the gameplay. It's one of those games where you have to tap a lot of things to get a lot of money in different currency, but then you can expand, in my example here, the island of where my penguins are going to be living. Now it does sound very simple, but the graphic style is really nice, the music is really ambient as well, but you do also have to put up with some ads because this is a free to play game. Now a lot of the currency you can get from playing over time, and it is completely free of charge, so that's definitely something nice to see with the free version of the game. But if you really want to get some of the better deals where it's got ×2, ×3, then you are going to have to sit through around a 30-second ad, which for some people may not be a problem, and for me it doesn't really interfere all that much. There's a ton of different things to do within the game itself, whether that's getting different penguins, different expansions to your island, or just in general different creatures that you can find as well. Now there's also a really awesome mode where you can pretty much upgrade anything on the island as well, so you're not really stuck doing just one menial task. You do also have some different challenges, some different research tiers to get through as well, and again it just looks really nice. The graphics on this game look extremely good, and it also has a photo mode built straight into it, where again you can see you've got some nice particle effects. You can also add actual effects onto the actual screen itself, and you can see here that you can zoom in pretty far. You can see just at the top here it does have a nice blur effect to it, which you can turn on and off, but again if you maybe want to use this to get some really awesome, maybe kind of abstract wallpapers, this is also a really great option. And there's also a pretty cool whale from time to time. The next two games on this list, I'm actually going to be using my built-in screen recorder on my OnePlus 6T to give you guys some examples of the gameplay. As always, the games run at a steady 60 frames per second, but this video is filmed at 24 frames a second. So first up then we have Rebel Racing. Now this one really caught my eye with the graphics style. So as you can see here, it's not that hyper-realistic graphics that you might get from some other games. It has a very cartoony look to it. However, the car models, graphics, particle effects, and just in general the overall gameplay looks and feels extremely nice. You've got a ton of real world cars to choose from that are fully customizable and fully upgradable, so if you want to take a supercar or a 1960s Mustang for example, put some nitros in it and just in general upgrade the engine as much as you can, then you've got the option to do so. You can also change any of the paint and decals on the actual car itself, so you can customize it exactly how you want to. Now the graphics themselves are the main thing here, and the races themselves are a little bit short for my liking. You're only looking at around 30 seconds or so per race, but in regards to pick up and play, that's kind of what I'm looking for. But if you're looking for something a little bit more realistic, I would still stick with something like Real Racing 3 or the new Grid game that's available now on Android. But if you want something that has a really nice stylized look to it and is really easy to play but is really hard to master, then Rebel Racing is for you. And the last game on this list is World War Heroes 2. Now the reason why I love this game is it's basically Call of Duty 2 but for mobile. It's set in World War II, so in regards to the maps, guns, enemies, everything is really nice looking. The graphics themselves do hold up very well. You've also got a ton of graphic settings from low, medium, high, ultra, and again if you've got a newer phone it can look extremely nice. The gameplay itself is solid and smooth. Everything that you're seeing here with regards to the gameplay was all on the touchscreen, not using a controller, so again it's really intuitive in the way that it works. The enemies themselves can take a little bit more damage that I'm maybe used to in some first person shooter games, but in general it does feel really nice to play. The main thing for me is the graphics and the gameplay, and as long as you've got those two things right, you're pretty much onto a winner. You've got the standard affair of game modes for an online first person shooter like Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Team Squad, Hardcore mode, plus a ton more. You've also got around 57 weapons which you can use, upgrade and customize to your liking, and you've also got 7 legendary World War II battles in regards to the maps that you've got available. You've also got some maps that have vehicles for them as well, which is really awesome to see, and you can choose from USA, Russia, Japan, Germany in regards to who you want to be playing as. You've got 5 game modes and a custom mode with your own rules, so again if you want to jump in with some friends, you've got the option to set some boundaries like no grenades or maybe even only grenades. Now in a previous top apps video here on the channel, I mentioned that Call of Duty Mobile was pretty much one of the best mobile games available in regards to first person shooters. However, if you're looking for something to complement that game really nicely with a different setting, style, different weapons, but still with that really awesome gameplay, then World War Heroes 2 is probably one of the better options out there. It also helps that it's completely free of charge to play. Yes, there are some in-app purchases for different skins or, just different customizable options, but if you want to just play the game and not worry about that, then you certainly can do, and you'll have a ton of fun doing it. And that's going to do it guys for this video on the top applications for Android for November 2019. Now granted there were a ton of games in this video, so if that's something that you guys want to see in the future, maybe a specific rundown of the top Android games of the month, let me know in the comments section below or just by hitting that thumbs up button so that I know that's something you guys want to see in the future. Hopefully moving forward there's going to be some really awesome applications that come out in regards to maybe customizing Android, wallpapers, icons, and it won't be so game focused next time, but again if that's something you enjoyed then let me know. If you guys enjoyed this video, also be sure to leave it a thumbs up down below, and if you've got any questions or comments on these games or anything else on the channel, let me know in the comments section below, or you can get hold of me on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. If you're not already subscribed, now is a great time to do so. With Christmas just around the corner, we've got a ton more content coming very soon, so don't forget to subscribe, and once you've done that, hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime that I post a new video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.